Happy Thanksgiving Eve. If you are like me, you're probably frantically getting ready for the big day, setting your table, washing your linens, cleaning your crystal, or perhaps it's a little bit more relaxed at your house if you are going somewhere else for Thanksgiving or having a more casual version of the big feast day. It has been very, very windy out today, and hopefully the wind will die down just long enough so that you guys can hear me and I can show you just a few things going on in the garden, starting with that absolutely beautiful blood-good Japanese maple I showed you at the opening. And I think there's just a few hangers-on on the Boston ivy. Few more beautiful leaves, and there'll be enough beautiful leaves for me to decorate my table tomorrow, I think. I've got more bulbs to plant, but that will wait till after Thanksgiving. And I think tomorrow the weather is supposed to be cold and kind of grizzly, I think. But honestly, that does not disturb me one little bit because we really need the temperatures to cool down. I think we have the first freeze on the forecast for this season coming up maybe on Friday. And finally, some of these things that I've been promising you back here in the garden, some of the foliage that would turn it's late, but it is finally starting to turn, and I can't wait to show you this orange rocket barberry because it really is beautiful. You can see a glimpse of the oak leaf hydrangea. And there you go. Isn't it gorgeous? Some of this is golden barberry, some of it is orange rocket. And they're really, for fall show, it is just simply spectacular. Let me see, I'm no steward, but let me see if I can get a close-up of some of that foliage because it really is beautiful. And I've said it many times before, but one of its best attributes is the fact that it is just so tough and can really handle almost anything. Poor drainage, hot temperatures, cold temperatures. It's a real performer in the garden, and I love it when it catches that late afternoon sun because it almost glows, and it looks beautiful with the foliage of the oak leaf hydrangea back here. Let's see if I can do a close-up of that. When it's backlit, when this kind of foliage is backlit by the sun, which has been poking its head out and then hiding, poking its head out and then hiding today, but it's kind of fun. Let me see if I can show you this is just so incredibly vibrant. Like I say, I'm no steward, but I did want to give you guys a glimpse of the barberry. Now today, because it's been so nice, albeit very windy, and because I want to really get some last minute chores done, I had somebody come out and help me a little bit with my sprinkler system. Let me show you over here. And we put in some more drip irrigation line in the potager so I'll get better coverage and it will help the boxwood. You can kind of see it now hiding at the base, but it will be pretty unobtrusive once all of this grows out next spring. And I've still got more tulips to plant back here, some of those Brex Party Punch tulips on the other side. I never finished that up. I still have a lot more to put in pots. But as I said earlier, we've got a long window of time to still be able to do that. There's the barberry on this side. And then tonight or tomorrow, probably tonight, the last of my myrtle topiary will come in anticipation of our first freeze. And later this afternoon, even though I don't like to mix my holidays, there'll be a little bit of preparatory outside work with wreaths and lights, none of which will be illuminated until the turkey says goodbye and we formally welcome Santa and the holiday, the Christmas season after Thanksgiving. So that's kind of what's going on out here. Some of you wanted to know about the huge pots of Amaryllis that I put under cover a while back. These have been in my garage for, oh gosh, over 8 weeks, and I brought them out so that hopefully I can get them to bloom again. You can see they've put out some anemic foliage, and I'll start watering them again. This olive tree is coming out. It had been inside the studio, but it's out for a little vacation in the sun today and in the nice temperatures. So now let's go inside, and I'm going to answer a question so many of you had about my Thanksgiving table. So let's go inside. Well, a number of you wanted to know about the other guests. I told you I was having 13 or 14 for Thanksgiving dinner, and my dining room table there in the distance can only sit 8. So many of you were concerned about that, but you need not be, because I set a secondary table here in the breakfast room, which is just off of the dining room, so no one really feels like they're left out. And typically I just do a smaller version of the larger table, and typically at my house anyway, this is where the younger people sit, the teenagers and the kids. This is typically where they sit. So this year I'll have the table set for them, and then I did a few minor changes to my main table, which I thought I'd show you. And that is, I had, if you go back and look at the video before, I had a number of candle holders on the table. I'm going to back up here, not very prepared. Gets a little bit more light in here. I had a number of candle holders. I just love lots of candlelight. And I had 3 on each side of the pumpkin, but I decided that these brass hurricane candlesticks looked so much more elegant. And looks like that one I need to straighten up, get it to fly right. But I think these look more elegant, and also I think make a more dramatic statement. So tonight I'll be filling out the name cards and doing a little bit more puffing. And I'm trying to think, yesterday and today I did a little bit of silver polishing, not a whole lot, because I like it to be a little bit tarnished. But we're just making pre-Thanksgiving preparations around here, making sure all the candles fit, that we have enough wine, that my refrigerator is cleaned out and ready to make room for the inevitable bounty that will come in and need to be refrigerated. And then I'm so excited, you guys, because we've got some really fun videos lined up for you. I'm going to show you and explain to you my rationale behind redoing my living room, and then give you a little bit of a tease about some videos that we've got coming up. One of them being, for those of you that loved John Turman's home, the Spanish bungalow with all the blue and white, he has agreed to show us his holiday decor. So we're going to be visiting his home and a couple of others, and then we've got some projects coming up. So this is just a short little Wednesday indoor-outdoor walkabout. I want to wish you guys a very lovely Thanksgiving. We have so much to be grateful for. And if you and yours are sick or unhappy this year, then just know that lots of positive thoughts from me to you are heading your way. So have a lovely Thanksgiving, and I'll touch base with you again this coming weekend. Gobble, gobble, everyone.